Now, still got a few settings to work out here. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, yeah. Sick. All right. Now the presentation can begin. Ah, hitting this coffee. And what is this line I see scrolling along? That's annoying. So maybe I just sit here like this. Oh, damn it. Try to get rid of that line. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Oh, we gotta delete the reticle. However the fuck to do that. That's better. Now let's do screen share. Or maybe not. We don't need a previewer. So, I think the only way to fucking do this is... I mean, I'm gonna have to install the onion router. Or Tor. Download Tor browser. Or Windows. And it is automatically putting it in the C. That. Close that. Finish. Run the browser. Connect automatically, you fucking pile of dog shit. And now we're going to share the screen. And it looks like we are good. Got the alien presentation reviewing the news media of Earth. Now let's call all the flies. Focus the lens, motherfuckers. Focus the lens. Shut up, you fucking loser. Phoenix, what a stupid fuck. How are you, comma, how did you find me, and what is it that you want from me, question mark. And what I need to do here is turn off notifications. And I better put it back on game only just for a second. And I heard a bloop. I don't know what it's from. And I gotta turn this shit down. Too loud. Especially seeing as I don't have anything else going. Alright, notifications. Play sound. No. 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 Wait. Maybe. No. No. Never. Never. No, no, no. No, no. No, and no. There we go. Alright. Now we'll go back to screen share. Close that. I want that. Damn it. Come on. Come on. Fucking goddamn it. There we go. Fucking finally. All set up. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I gather you've still got quite a lot of work to do. Question mark. Many things to install, comma. Time to make it home. My stream is up, and I am the incarnation of an alien, reviewing the world's bullshit. I got this labeled VR chat. I don't think that I should label it VR chat. I think I should label it something else entirely. Like news. Fake news. My fucking god. There we go. Okay, let's start with Fox News headlines. 8/5/2023. Oh, fuck, it's just too disgusting. How about we'll do just news headlines? So immediately, world sports showbiz fact check big picture videos. Who gives a fuck? Like, fuck sports. You don't think that there's more important things to cover than sports? You're wasting your fucking time. You're wasting everyone's time. It's just a weapon of mass distraction. It is part of this Romanesque dumpster fire emulation you got going on here. Fucking annoying. Okay, so let's check the New York Times, as it is supposed to be respectable, right? Didn't it get bought by Rupert Murdoch? Was that someone else? Continue and reject. Said fuck you. The fuck out of my face. Try Onion Services. There's a more private and secure version on this site available over Tor network via Onion Services. Onion Services helps website publishers and their visitors defeat surveillance and censorship. Always prioritize onions. And then the penalty is murderously wasting your time with loading. That's what you get for trying to be anonymous. That's what you get for trying to stop people from harvesting your data like parasites. Either way, you're being murdered through a process of systematic, redundant time evisceration. Thank you, automation, for murdering our entire lives and turning us into dead men walking. I don't belong on this planet. And fuck off! Reject! Headlines for New York Times Saturday. The very first thing we see is, oh shit, and then because I chose to prioritize onions every time, it's trying to send me somewhere else that just doesn't fucking work. Oh, fuck me. How do I turn that stupid fucking setting off? I hate you so much, you fucking morons. Ask every time? I hope that fixes it. That shit's fucking annoying. I want you to do it every time if it's actually gonna fucking work. Morons. Headlines. Now get spammed with ads. That's the first thing that we see is a bunch of fucking ads. Buy shit from us. No. I'm poor. I mean, the likes of you fucking piece of shit toxic normies have fucking ruined me to the point where I'm not economically viable. So how the fuck would I give you any money? Stupid fucks. A Republican 2024 climate strategy. More drilling, less clean energy. Yep, sounds fucking retarded. Trump's legal team is enmeshed in a tangle of possible conflicts. Yeah, I mean, when you're a fucking dumb shit moron that fills in the blanks with opinions all the time, that's all you get is enmeshment and tangled in possible, definitely conflicts. What's up, Jiggly? This is the news. Alien News Desk. I'm picking up where Comedy Central left off. And I'm making it not funny. But we might laugh still. Mike Pence has reached his fork in the road. Who gives a fuck? Now it won't sting. What won't sting? I don't care. It's crazy, the scramble for ancient treasures after Ukraine's dam disaster. How QAnon and January 6th ripped the conspiracy theory world apart. Conspiracy theory world? You mean appeal to popularity, logical fallacy as everybody jumps on a bandwagon, spewing their diarrhea of the mouth, shit for brains, nonsensical retard orchestra, and then pretends like their opinions matter, drowns out the voice of the intelligent minority? Right. We've seen all this before. Okay, Jiggly, you might as well post up as a fly for me. Be loyal. Show up. Stay here. Even if you're not here. Today's videos. To spare Beijing, China diverts floodwaters towards nearby cities. Ooh. Sinking ship, rats trying to escape. What is that going to be like? I'd watch the video, but of course we'd be charged with a crime of copyright infringement, daring to look at something that everyone else already can see anytime they want. Chris Christie visits war sites in Ukraine. Police identify Fire Island Jane Doe. Those are the top videos? Really? Where no one wanted girls. A dad in India takes on the patriarchy. Niger's coup leaders sever ties with France as detained president pleads for help. Young Catholics come together, if not their views. Young Catholics? You mean victims of child abuse via terrorism? Got to make this window just a tiny bit smaller so that I can't see the ads. Skip past them. Leave them off the screen for the majority of the time. Fuck you and your fucking ads. This ad blocker? No. Can I put some ad blocker on this bitch? So, young Catholics coming together, I mean, as if they were anything else but together. They're all a bunch of brainwashed fucking idiots that believe in a magic man in the sky. They've got overly simplistic, erroneous views, bifurcation, logical fallacy, equivocation, total constructs. They live in a totalitarian mental prison. They're worse than just the societal cult of opinionism. They are the epitome of the Romanesque dumpster fire emulation. The synagogue attacks stand alone, but experts say violent rhetoric is spreading. Yeah, I mean, the culture war, all of you trying to avoid the fact that you don't know what the fuck you are, your identity is a sham. It's all existential crisis avoidance, you stupid fucks. Why don't you grow the fuck up from a universal perspective? You wonder why all aliens do is just fly by? And what the fuck? I paused the music. Vile abuse we got going on here. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Mute. Asshole. Sons of bitches. Boy, I tell you what. These motherfuckers. Oh, but I'm getting good at this. Please excuse the rude and inappropriate interruption. And I don't mean my cussing. I mean the stupid fucking bugs. The murderous redundancy the choters are reliably causing pain and misery for us all. But of course, I'd never be able to do a news presentation as an alien wearing a road cone as a hat without the coders. So, you know, it's a love-hate relationship, even though love is an antiquated term, just overly simplistic nonsense, mythical concept, much like religion. I digress. The recovery left Nevada behind. Can the state change its luck? I don't know. I don't really care. 4,000 rescued beagles, bred for research, found homes, and best friends. Ugh, fucking pet industry. What a toxic pile of shit that is. Don't get a pet. Get a fellow complex life form that might have a chance of living as long as you. There are people that are horrifically lonely and sad. Everyone divided, living in their bedroom prisons, natural tribal bonds destroyed, these culture wars continuing to divide, everybody fighting over their dumb fuck sense of identity, everyone arguing over their stupid fucking opinions, pretending they know what they're talking about. And of course, they don't want to talk to each other, and most of all, they don't want to talk to smart people because they don't want to be proven wrong about everything they've ever thought was reasonable. Find out they're a bunch of fucking delusional, narcissistic idiots. And so you get dogs instead. And I mean, especially smart people. Smart people become cat ladies and dog people living in the woods, avoiding everyone. Politics. Michigan Republicans charged in false elector scheme appear in court. Oh, you mean Republicans in quotations? You mean fucking stupid piece of shit, waste of existence, lying sack of shit, shill-mongering punk ass motherfuckers bought by corporate interests and pretty much just a bunch of manipulative lying fuckers or enablers of religious fanaticism, Jesus freak pieces of shit, um, intellectually and emotionally dishonest fucking cowards, infants that argue over opinions professionally, sophists, total fucking waste of time. And I mean, you can boil all of that down into borderline retarded waste of existence. That's what a Republican is. Chris Christie meets with Ukrainian president in surprise trip to Kiev. You know, I swear all of these wars are just more part of the the weapon of mass distraction. And it's just constant. It never ends. And regardless of the intention of all of it, regardless if it's purposeful, the outcome is the same no matter what. Whether it be your opinions or covering the same political issue over and over and over again every single fucking day, it's lies through omission, and it's oppressing the smartest people of every era. That's why I'm sitting here in an echo chamber, wasting my fucking life, committing suicide with my time, trying to find smart people that don't fucking exist. Find people who think they're smart, but really they're just opinionated twats. They think filling in the blanks with their opinions means they're intelligent, or they think because their vocabulary's good that they're smart. They don't even know what intelligence is. All overconfident, all fucking intellectually dishonest. Doesn't matter if they're stupid or moderately intelligent. If everything they do, the outcome is still the same, then they're not smart enough. And they should be looking for someone who's smarter than them. Really, you all need to stop listening to people who say the same shit and sound the same, and instead look for the people who are completely alien to you, who will not enable you, who will not pretend your opinions matter. Fuck your cult of opinionism. Fuck your weapons of mass distraction. Fuck your intellectual oppression. And fuck your disrespect, your lack of appreciation for true wisdom. DeSantis dismisses Trump's 2020 election theories as false. Okay. I mean, maybe DeSantis just sees Trump as competition. Childish. They feign virtue signal, feign humility, and then presume to be better than each other or paint themselves as better than each other. And the reality is, they're both fucking morons who have no idea what they're doing. They're both totally just utter fucking liabilities. And again, they're part of the weapon of mass distraction. You think that Trump and DeSantis are the smartest people on planet Earth? Fucking asinine. Yet they're in positions of leadership and power. It's fucking insulting, and it is murderously criminally negligent to allow people as stupid as those two to be in a position of power. And then, like, you don't want to face the fact that democracy is a total fucking failure? You're a joke. Fucking cult of opinionism. That's what democracy really is. It's a bunch of people arguing over their stupid fucking opinions, demanding that their opinions be respected, aka their vote counts. And then no matter who they vote for, it doesn't matter because those people are bought by corporate interests or can't separate from implicit biases. They're total liabilities. They didn't dedicate their lives to knowledge or to removing logical fallacy and cognitive biases. Fucking dumb shits. U.S. extends job growth streak even as economy cools. Yeah, I mean, all the statistics in relationship to jobs and unemployment, they're all p-hacked. Nothing but data dredging. They ignore very important parts of the data set in order to make rosy-colored reports, when really the situation is far worse. And of course, the New York Times doesn't want to point out that the entire economic system and all of employment is nothing but slavery that empowers the rich to be parasitic and amass shit tons of wealth, not have to lift a finger, and the entire population becomes the workhorse. And they're all debt slaves. And then unemployment, those people don't count as unemployed because they've got unemployment, they've got income. So they get stripped out of the statistics. And they say, oh, we have plenty of jobs available. We just don't have anyone who's willing to work. Yeah, right. There's like one job for every 5 people or something. And that's an old statistic. There's like one job for every 5 able-bodied people in the world. Or by now it's got to be worse. The population's higher. We've got more automation, more robotics. And, of course, we got too many people on the planet. You're like a cancerous mass within the biosphere. That's really why aliens, my kind, come here to watch you all. Is we're taking bets and stuff. We're saying, like, how long is it going to take you to completely murder yourselves, murder each other, commit suicide on a global scale, via filling in the blanks with your dumb fuck opinions and arguing over them, creating cascading waste and compounding starvation and ecological disaster? You primitive territorial fucking monkeys. Hairless carnivorous apes. Fucking warmongering club wielding Neanderthals. You're fucking garbage. Ivy wants to make rent-to-own deals easy. Many customers find them hard. I mean, that's the way it all should be. You know, if you get an apartment, it should be rent to own. The amount of money I paid for rent to live in an apartment in Michigan for 3 years, I should have owned that fucking apartment. And when I moved, they should have become the managers of renting out that apartment and maintaining it, but I should have been getting like half or more than half of the income from it. And if it's not like that, yeah, it should be like that until I'm paid back and then somebody else owns it. And if they move, like, and if they stay there after they own it, they don't pay any more rent. They just pay, like, maintenance fees or that sort of thing. Keep the grounds and other amenities. So management still gets paid, and the maintenance crew still gets paid. Rental agents, people working the desk, they still get paid. But they stop paying rent. They can keep paying insurance, but not rent. And then insurance, of course, is a whole nother fucking scam where they just keep jacking up the price, making arbitrary reasons to jack up the price, and ignoring very good reasons to decrease people's insurance premiums. Of course, I've got a better answer for that too. Just like every other problem this world faces, I know how to fix it. And of course, that's why I'm being oppressed. Because all of these toxic conservative fucking parasitic normies, these fucking fascists, don't want anything to change. Fuck them. Why TSMC will keep its roots in Taiwan even if it goes global. I don't care. Technology. The chip titan whose life's work is at the center of tech Cold War. Of a tech Cold War. That sounds remotely interesting. China wants children to spend less time on their smartphones. Yeah, this prejudice towards people being invested in screens, screen time, it's technophobic. I mean, it's history repeating itself. Generational divide. Um, the problem is not our phones, but rather, and that someone just joined the world and is messing with the settings. So there you have that. I was hoping that that was not something that was possible, but I did make it a public world with no plans on answering anyone. They can just come to the stream. So I guess this is their consolation. They get to fuck around, change the backgrounds, mess with the world, etc. Cool world. Trees in the treehouse in the shade on VR chat. That's right. This is a public environment. This is like street reporting. Any rate, screen time. These screens do connect us to each other substantially more. In a divisive world where many people are relatively impoverished and stuck in a bedroom prison, this becomes the most efficient way that we can socialize. And I mean, it makes sure that people are not myopic and that totalitarian fascist governments cannot reign supreme. It people will rise up because they'll look around the world and see that not everything is the same everywhere. They get to interact. I mean, if not for these screens, the world would never know that intelligent people exist. Intelligent people would not have a fucking voice. Period. No one would discover me, ever, if I didn't insert them into my life, make myself available, make myself unignorable. I'm like a hook in this vast sea of retarded lunacy. I try to hook people who want the truth, who appreciate people with integrity. I want people who appreciate intelligence. And without everyone invested in their screen time, they would never find me. It's a necessity. And then, oh, China wants their children to spend less time on their smartphones? Yeah, I mean, China's fucking fascist. Of course they don't want children on the internet. They might meet someone like me. I mean, I make friends with people from China through video games where even though these people can't watch YouTube, and they would never discover me organically. I mean, YouTube won't even let Americans discover me organically. But then they meet me through a game, and then I tell them about the Onion router, and then still more settings to adjust, apparently. There we go. That's better. Now I can't hear anyone's avatars. Now if I figure out how to take back my world so people can't fuck with shit, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do next here real quick. How do I lock this? Apparently I can't, which is bogus. Yes, holy craps indeed. Maybe if it's a matter of toggling control panel, and then maybe, I mean, it would at least limit people poking at it. All right, back to what I was doing. So yeah, China doesn't want its youth being exposed to anyone that'll make them question authority. They want monoculture, just like the toxic conservative religious fanatics in the Western world. The so-called Republicans that we've already established are just fucking retards. They just want monoculture. Anyone who's different gets destroyed. And there's a number of ways that they are legally murdering people, especially the intelligent. The more intelligent and the more different and rebellious you are because of your intelligence, then the more your life is sabotaged and the less rights you have. There are no rights for intelligent people. There are no legal protections for intelligent people. The intelligent minority have less rights than every other minority in all of history. And, we got feminism and Black Lives Matter and Ukraine and, all these concepts about fascism. And then, the American media always virtue signaling about how great our democracy is or threats to democracy. And I'm like, it's a fucking joke. Democracy has never fucking existed or it's a failed experiment. Freedom is just a concept in your minds. It doesn't fucking exist. The majority won't allow anyone to be free. I mean, in America, we don't have the right to choose what we do with our own bodies, for fuck's sake. That should be the most basic thing about freedom that we should all have. But we don't have the right to choose what we do with our own fucking bodies. We are property of the United States government, which is nothing else other than a corporation. It is religious and corporate fascism in bed together. And they demand conformity and monoculture. Everything is designed for the majority, and anyone who's different gets fucked. And the smaller your minority demographic is, the less considerations you get. So the smarter you are, the less rights you have. And that is an abysmal, atrocious fucking failure of the American world. of Western society. The Romanesque dumpster fire emulation, this societal cult of opinionism. Fucking joke. I'm speaking from a standpoint of infallible logic, observing facts, and causation. The axioms of existence are not fucking opinions. Pathetic infants. Judge narrows scope of coming trial over Google monopoly claims. I mean, it's about time somebody did something about the tech industry in general is just completely out of control. And this is another aspect of proving that freedom doesn't exist, nor can it. You give anybody too much power, and they abuse it, or they prove themselves to be visionless, criminally negligent liabilities. And that is what every tech company has proven itself to be at this point. Their judgment is atrocious. Anybody who comes out of the collegiate environment is a myopic racehorse wearing blinders. They need a track, they need a rider, they need carrot and stick. They've been high-speed industrial retooling is the process they've been through. That's what curriculum is. It's making you into a useful tool for industrial purposes, not a logician, not a wise life form. It actually should be considered a disability, like a mental illness, because you become so specialized at a couple of things that you are pretty much fucking retarded in regards to everything else. I mean, we need education reform. That's the most important thing I would do with this world if I was made into the alien overlord. Sports. Let's just skip that because who fucking cares? Romanesque dumpster fire. Fuck you. The Lincoln Lawyer is on the road again. It's an okay show. But again, it's just the glorification of this broken justice system. And it's too run-of-the-mill. Too fucking normal. It's too human. So, again, it's just part of the weapon of mass distraction. Thanks to Carol Burnett and Dolly Parton, new life for the 1988 film. Again, who fucking cares? You're dwelling on the past. You're just stagnating our development. Dolly Parton, all I want is your tits. Just shut the fuck up. Give me your tits. Or your mouth on my dick. Oh wait, I don't have a dick. I don't even have an anus. All I have is a quivering rabbit's nostril. Sex is just off the table for me. I don't even eat, so fuck it. Amid the mountains, they can be open without being judged. Yeah, right. You mean on top of a mountain when you are in complete solitude, you can say whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, because nobody can hear you. As long as no one can hear you, you won't be judged. Nor heard. I'm speaking from experience. Left-leaning Democrats meet in secret to find a challenger to Eric Adams. Like, who the fuck is Eric Adams? And should I even care? I don't pay attention to the news. I really don't. I just say fuck it. And this is like me paying attention to the news here. It's a fucking waste of time. The only thing that the news is good for is me to ridicule and to point out just how fucking stupid the entire population is. Why aliens don't land and say hello. Left-leaning. Left-leaning is code for moderately intelligent people comparative to the borderline retarded pile of shit majority that make up Republicans or opinionated religious fanatics and spiritual quacks. And then they got to meet in secret to come up with a challenger. Oh, okay. It's like some childish club. They're in somebody's backyard tree fort. And then of course it's a challenge, like confrontational, like a boxing match, like a sport. Which is exactly what I've come to expect from this Romanesque dumpster fire emulation. All the gladiator worship and the coliseums that are these sports arenas. Fucking gamified culture. Everybody brainwashed with sports-driven mentality. Operant conditioning. Programmed to argue over their stupid fucking opinions instead of just admitting that they're ignorant and getting to fucking work. They'll listen to somebody else's opinions and then take it on as their own and then fight over it instead of learning how to think and going and doing their due diligence. Fucking doomed. How long until the human species has to murder itself over the last can of corn? Let's take some bets, fellow aliens. Dancer stabbed to death. Was a shy boy turned proud, exuberant man. Is that even a sentence? What the fuck is that? The title? Title for what? Just raises so many questions. Maybe that was the intent of it being a title. New commissioner forces at least 4 top cops to retire from NYPD. Define top cops? Really, we need to make all the police retire. Take away their guns. Shut them down. Defund the police. I support the cartels. All the murders that the cartels do is just to protect their rights to provide us with the drugs we want. That's right. Right. I am pro-drug just as much as I am pro-choice. You should be able to choose what you do with your own body, and anybody who tells you otherwise is a slave-driving, fascist, terrorist piece of shit that deserves nothing but a fucking bullet. That's right, toxic, conservative, conformist fucking cowards. I don't care. Your opinions don't fucking matter. Not your body, not your motherfucking business. That is a fact. You cannot tell anyone what to do with their own bodies. And that includes controlling a substance and thereby controlling a person's body through controlling that substance. You're a fucking fascist piece of shit that needs to shut the fuck up and die. Fuck you. Fuck every toxic conservative piece of shit. Fuck every conformist coward. Fuck every Kool-Aid drinking cult member. Suck my fucking non-existent alien penis. Media and advertising. A global web of Chinese propaganda leads to a U.S. tech mogul. Yeah, more abuse of power with technology, more of the blindfolded children running with scissors, more power without enlightenment. And propaganda? What? You mean like ads in general? You mean like the media in general? I mean, you're all lying sacks of shit that are bought just trying to sell some bullshit. Digital replicas of fear of striking actors already fill screens. Yeah, I mean, you get paid to play pretend time, and you complain because you don't make enough money. Fucking pathetic. I've been living off of like 10 grand a year for the past 20 years, and you're complaining because you make more than that to play pretend time. And then, of course, the copyright trolls and everybody fighting over content and crying about piracy. I mean, all of you are fighting instead of looking for someone who has creative solutions to the problem that makes everybody happy. Which, again, I have the answers on how to fix all of this and prevent strife and make sure everybody gets paid. But because I don't have a voice in this world and everyone hates intelligent people, I'm not giving you the answers. I'm just going to point out that all of you talking about it isn't a solution. All of you fighting and going on strike isn't a solution. It's just like Antifa. If Antifa bothered to just shut the fuck up and try to find somebody who was smarter and more creative than them, like myself, if they listened to people that they don't like, then they would find somebody who has an alternative that's a better usage of their time and their resources, that actually leads to a permanent cure. None of you are even identifying the core problem. YouTube streamer faces riot charge after Union Square Park erupts in chaos. Yeah, you see, that's what you get, YouTube. You shunned and oppressed me, the voice of reason, and you let misinformation and fanaticism run rampant because it was popular among demographics. You allowed people's dumb fuck opinions to rule, and this is what happens. Now, if you had given me a voice, I would have given direction and real leadership to the likes of Antifa and prevented riots. I would have mitigated ecological disaster before it got to this point. But because you oppressed me, you committed mass murder and created strife. Good job, tech companies. Good job, YouTube. Good job, fucking fascist pieces of shit. Good job, dumb fuck millennials who think they know better than me. You presumptuous narcissistic twats. Don't even know what intelligence is. Again, we're back to the world not respecting wisdom, not even knowing what it is. Science. For the first time, there's a pill for postpartum depression. It's not for the first time. There's always been drugs that could deal with that. It's just drugs have been vilified and criminalized for the first time. Shut the fuck up. Again, presumptuous twats. Like, whoever, Pam Belloc, you didn't do your due diligence, obviously. You fucking conformist pile of shit coward. Let's find out who Pam Belloc is. Oh, and she's one of um she shares a Pulitzer Prize, which just means the Pulitzer Prize is fucking worthless. And she's from Princeton University, Harvard, and MIT, proving that, of course, these colleges just produce myopic fucking idiots. Oh, she writes about neuroscience, dementia, genetics, reproductive health, and mental illness. Yeah, define mental illness. Today, if anyone expresses an honest emotion, they're branded mentally ill. If anybody doesn't agree with the toxic conservative majority, they're branded mentally ill. If anybody's smarter than you, they're branded insane. If anybody refuses to do as they're told, they are not recognized as being smart enough to have agency and to know better than to just follow a bunch of fascist pieces of shit, but instead they're labeled operant defiant condition or mental disorder or something. A fucking joke. And then you want to talk about reproductive health, but I bet you don't talk about the right to choose what we do with our own fucking bodies, like the rights to choose what drugs we take and choose our dosage. Isn't that right, you fucking sellout conformist fucking pig? And then Princeton, Harvard, MIT, you have to be a conformist pile of shit, day-centric normie twat to survive these environments. To me, it just screams that you have no integrity and that you're willing to jump on bandwagons. It's like, if I contact this bitch, is she going to give me a voice? Is she going to get in my tool belt? Is she going to respect intelligence and wisdom? Is she going to empower me so I can fix the world's problems? No, of course fucking not. She's going to save face and protect her fucking interests and her fake reputation, her fake integrity, and keep getting paid by all of these toxic conservative pieces of shit. You know it. No image? No image here? Let's find an image. Oh, yep. Looks like a millennial. Just another presumptuous fool. Oh, she might be blessed with youthful looks, too. Let me check that Wikipedia page. See if she's a Gen X. And doesn't want to give me her birthday. She's either an older millennial or a Gen X. And what I've seen about older millennials is that they think they're wise. Like they're used to being around a bunch of 20-something-year-olds who definitely don't know what the fuck they're talking about 95% of the time. And so they get overconfident. And then when they run into someone like me who can't be bullshitted, who understands the nuance and can deal with the knowledge of the agents, and compensate for the complexity of reality, they run screaming with their ears plugged. She toes the line for a living, and she's willing to let editors curb her words. She's a fucking sellout. Just like anybody else that works at the New York Times. Anybody else that the mainstream pays attention to can't be trusted regardless if they're Gen X or not. Enslaved African Americans in Maryland linked to 42,000 living relatives. It's a stupid title. It's a stupid concept. You go 10 generations back, and we're all related. Like, share a common ancestor. And we're all related, period. We're all the same quote-unquote species. We're genetically related to every single thing on the planet. Even me, being an alien, I'm related to everything on Earth because of panspermian, they call it a theory, but it isn't a theory, it's a fact. Microbes, extremophiles, have seeded this entire galaxy. And we're pretty much all genetically related. And even if we weren't, it's still matter and energy experiencing a certain level of cognitive function and expressive ability, and the ability to manipulate physical structure and manifest intention and will. We're not different. We are the same. All of these race-baiting terms and speciesism, and even like labeling a place in Maryland, that's primitive territorialism and racism and nationalism. Enslaved? We're all being enslaved, Carl Zimmerman. You unwise piece of shit. Let's find out who Carl Zimmerman is. Or Carl Zimmer, excuse me. I just want to know who these fucking quacks, these charlatan leaders over here at the New York Times who think that these people should be published. Born in 1966. He's an old Gen X, which I've noticed this too about older Gen X. They are just enough boomer to be parasites. His subject, evolution and parasites. Do you not see that you are a parasite, Carl Zimmer? You tell people what they want to hear just so you can get a paycheck. You tailor your reporting so that people will consume it, which is a cult leader telling them what they want to hear, just enough. Spoonful of medicine to, damn, that's distracting. Spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Zimmer describes his journalistic beat as life, or what it means to be alive. He is also the only science writer to have a species of tapeworm named after him. His father, Zimmer's father, is Dick Zimmer, a Republican politician from New Jersey. So he's got a Republican upbringing. So, like I said, he's a toxic conservative, popular science writer. He's popular because he's a toxic conservative. He plays the childish game of conformist, cowardly bullshit so that he can win the popularity contest. And he's got a species of tapeworm named after him because he's a fucking parasite. It hurts to be this right about everything sometimes. NASA reaches Voyager 2 with a last-ditch shout across the void. No, NASA. What I'm doing is the last-ditch shout across the void. Obituaries. Ah, good. Something we can masturbate to. Mark Magalus, scene-stealing actor in Breaking Bad, dies at 83. Well, one less boomer piece of shit, conformist fucking coward in the way. Good. Fap, 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 fap. William H. Dilday Jr., first black TV station manager in the U.S., dies at 85. Black or not, he's a conformist fucking coward who wouldn't be there if he wasn't. Fuck him. One less boomer to deal with. Good fucking riddance. Or is it the silent generation that needed to shut the fuck up a long time ago? Opinion. Oh, yeah. Leave it to the news to label everything else not an opinion, even though it's all a bunch of opinions, and then have a separate opinion section in order to try to legitimize all of their opinionated fucking tripe. Stupid fucks. The most frightening part of the Trump indictment. The only frightening thing about it is that he's a billionaire who should have never been president, and the only frightening thing about it is that a billionaire gets to be president just because he's a billionaire, and he tells people what they want to hear, and he's a toxic conservative, and he's a white nationalist, racist piece of shit, scientifically illiterate, truly borderline retarded, sounds like the majority, Jesus freak, fucking conformist coward, who's also a fascist. And yet he gets to be president while the smartest people of this era, me, are stuck in a bedroom prison of relative poverty in an echo chamber, forced to lead industries from the sewers of feedback departments. And the only way my knowledge gets to the world is by parasitic students that are too cowardly to promote me and list their sources. Just a bunch of clout-chasing fucking infants. Fuck you, thieves. I don't see a rogue Supreme Court. You don't? They're all Jesus freaks. Almost all of them are toxic conservative Jesus freaks. The entire court system is nothing but a kangaroo court of opinionism. It's nothing but religious fascism. It's the failure to separate church and state. How can you not see that it is rogue? It has gone rogue away from democracy. It is straight up enabling religious fascism. Every single Supreme Court judge needs to be fucking fired, and the entire justice system needs to be dismantled and reassembled into something that doesn't suck fucking ass. And again, the entire system is just making a business out of the side effect of systemic issues instead of putting those resources towards curative solutions. All of you don't know what those curative solutions look like, but I do. And fuck you. You want the curative solutions? Pay me. If I don't have a voice and you don't respect intelligence and wisdom, then I will withhold the curative solutions as a way of committing mass genocide on the entire human species. You fucking parasitic cancerous masses deserve it if you don't learn to respect intelligence and wisdom. Fuck you. I'll encourage every intelligent person to do the same. Fucking suck my non-existent alien penis. The critical election, Republicans are hoping you won't notice. Yeah, well, I gave my vote away to my mother, so she gets to cast it to whatever worthless Democratic political pundit she sees fit. So it won't be Trump, and it won't matter where the vote goes. I mean, if I don't have a voice and I can't influence the mass consciousness and the world doesn't respect intelligence and wisdom and all of politics is corrupt and the justice system is fucking broken, then it doesn't matter who you vote for. I wish someone would murder Trump. I wish that someone would murder every toxic conservative piece of shit. I wish that Antifa would start burning churches. What they need to do. Fucking idiots. Either that or get in my tool belt, start doing something productive. All the money you were going to spend on rioting, consolidate and donate to me. I'll start a business. We'll set new industry standards multitudinously. We'll start to mitigate ecological disaster and apply curative solutions. We'll lead by example. Oh no, you don't want to do that? Then burn churches. Kill toxic conservatives. All of them. Mass genocide on the stupid. That's what needs to happen if you're not going to be productive and get in my tool belt. Taylor Swift to Beyonce. Concerts are turning into something new. What? They weren't always weapons of mass distraction? Bitches capitalizing on religion, oppressing sexuality, making sex and nudity taboo, the divisiveness making it so nobody has an outlet, and then they get attached to some pretty face shaking her ass and singing a song. Sounds the same shit to me over and over again. Down the rabbit hole into Donald Trump's brain. Oh, please no. Please fucking no. I don't need to know how unreasoned the dumb fuck is. What our beech tree teaches us about the possibility of the future. We really don't have a future at this point, or the human species has a bleak future. Gen Z is going to inherit a mess that is not containable. They're going to pay with their blood. They will be left with bad or worse options. And, of course, the boomers will die off, never having to pay for their crimes against humanity. And everyone else will have to kill each other over the last can of corn. The human species will survive, and it will repopulate, and it will repeat all of this all over again. And the only way to stop it is to get people to respect intelligence and wisdom now. To realize that intelligence is what keeps them alive. Not their dumb fuck opinions. Not some magic man in the sky. You stupid fucking fucks. So there's the headlines from the New York Times. And the non-filter approach to news reporting. Both intellectually and emotionally honest. Someone who has nothing to lose. Doesn't give a fuck about your opinions. Won't enable you. Will not participate in the societal cult of opinionism. Fuck your Romanesque dumpster fire emulation. Fuck your stupid opinions. Fuck your religious beliefs. Fuck your identity. Fuck your everything. You're stupid. Shut up. You're welcome. Fucking grow up, you pathetic simpleton motherfuckers. And now I'm going to go play Sad Mirzary's Uncivilized AIDS, son. See? No penis.